तो हमारे पाकिस्तान के इदारे, स्कूलें, कॉलेजें, इनको भी चाहिए कि भाई जहाँ 190 मुल्कों में ये हमारे सलमान खान की खान एकेडमी से फ़ायदा उठा रहे हैं, तो आप क्यों नहीं उठा रहे? आप भी उठाएं। इस मयार की तालीम दे रहे हैं ना, ये इस आला मयार की तालीम ये दे रहे हैं कि दुनिया के 190 मुल्क इनके वीडियो से जो है ना वो फ़ायदा ले रहे हैं। तो पाकिस्तान के स्कूल, असातिज़ा, तालिब इल्म, आप जाएं मकसद है कि यूट्यूब पे खान एकेडमी लिखें, सामने आ जाएगा। आप इनका AI जो है इन्होंने प्लेटफॉर्म स्टार्ट लिया है, वहाँ जाएं, देखें, इससे फ़ायदा उठाएं। यानी वैसे तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बेशुमार माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ने भी, गूगल ने भी, ChatGPT, जेमिनी, DeepSeek चाइना ने, सब लोगों ने मकसद है कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के अपने बाकायदा बनाए इन्होंने, ये अपने वेबसाइटें, अपने टूल कहेंगे वो बनाए। लेकिन इनका जो कमाल है भाई, इनका कमाल तो ये है कि आप उससे बातचीत भी कर सकते हैं, लाइव उनसे सवाल के जवाब ले सकते हैं, आपके सामने हल करके देगा हर चीज़ें। यानी इनकी रिपोर्ट आई है कि जहाँ जहाँ ये पढ़ाया जा रहा है वहाँ बच्चों का मयार तालीम बहुत आला हो गया है, आला मयार का हो गया है। यहाँ खान लैब स्कूल भी इन्होंने बनाया है, इंडिया में भी बनाया है। तो ये कि हमारे वालों को चाहिए इनसे फ़ायदा उठाएं, एक बार जाके देखें। हमारी रिवायती जो है तालीमें जो दे रहे हैं उससे हटके जो है वो देखें। देखिए वहाँ से पानी आता है और यहाँ गिरता है माशाल्लाह, और ये आगे तक जाता है ऐसे। दूसरी एक बात ये भी मैं बता दूं कि आप ये ना समझना कि ये मैं कोई खान एकेडमी की प्रमोशन की वीडियो बना रहा हूँ। ये सिर्फ मैं इंस्पायर होकर मैं ये वीडियो बना रहा हूँ कि हमारे या देसी जो नौजवान हैं वो किस तरह दुनिया में अपना नाम पैदा करते हैं, तो इनके बारे में आगाही आपको देना चाह रहा हूँ। अच्छा, किन शोबों में मकसद है कि इनकी तालीम अवेलेबल है, जिसमें रियाजी, मैथमेटिक है, साइंस, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायोलॉजी है, कंप्यूटर साइंस और प्रोग्रामिंग है, इकोनॉमिक्स एंड फाइनेंस है, आर्ट हिस्ट्री है, और ये टेस्ट की प्रिपरेशन में भी ये हेल्प करते हैं, जिसमें SAT, GMAT, LSAT, MCAT एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा। इनका स्लोगन है कि तालीम किसी की मेराज नहीं बल्कि हर इंसान का बुनियादी हक है। बहुत सारी जबानों में इनकी आप देखेंगे तो वीडियो ट्यूटोरियल मौजूद है, जिसमें उर्दू है, हिंदी है, बंगाली है, स्पेनिश है, फ्रेंच है और दीगर बेशुमार जबानों में तालीम की वीडियो की ट्यूटोरियल मौजूद है इनके। ग्रेस लॉर्ड पार्क इतना खूबसूरत है कि आगे तक जाते रहो तो बड़ा मज़ा आता है आपको। देखें, एक तो ठंडा ठंडा मौसम है और इन दिनों बरसातें भी हो रही हैं, बहुत ही खूबसूरत नहर गुजर रही है और बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है यहाँ पे। क्योंकि मैं आगे इसलिए नहीं जा रहा कि वो जो है ना पत्थर स्लिपरी है, और इन पत्थरों पे कई लोगों ने यहाँ पे आते हैं, आपको पता है कि जो ज़रा थोड़े से शरारती टाइप के लोग होते हैं, वो यहाँ आते हैं, वो स्लिप हो गए और अंदर डूब भी गए, मर भी गए वो लोग। तो खैर ये बेवकूफ़ी तो हमने करनी नहीं है यहाँ पे कि दूर से ही आपको हम दिखा रहे हैं, वो देखते रहे आप बस। इन दरख्तों के पीछे पीछे हाउसेस बने हुए हैं, और यहाँ भी देखें रोड है, हाउसेस बने हुए हैं। ये बीच में एक पूरी बड़ी खूबसूरत नहर गुजर रही है, पानी का बहाव है, तो आबशार भी यहाँ पे दिखाई गई है। बस यहाँ चलते जाओ और ये बहुत आगे तक ये आप एंजॉय करें। यहाँ पे लोग पिकनिक के लिए आ रहे हैं क्योंकि आज फ्राइडे है और 11:45 बज रहे हैं, तो समझे कि अभी यहाँ कौन आएगा। इवनिंग में ही लोग आते हैं यहाँ तफरी के लिए। देखिए मैं ऊपर से दिखा रहा हूँ आपको, ये भी देखिए आबशार गिरता हुआ। जबरदस्त। ये हमारे घर के सिर्फ 4 मिनट ड्राइव के बाद ही आ जाती है जगह, ये ग्रेस लॉर्ड पार्क। इसकी वीडियो मेरी एक पहले मैं यूट्यूब पे बना चुका हूँ, आप चाहें तो उसको हमारे इसी पे आप देख लें, वॉच कर सकते हैं। सलमान खान कहते हैं कि भाई अगर बच्चा तालीम हासिल नहीं कर रहा तो मसला बच्चे में नहीं है, बल्कि मसला जो है ना निज़ाम तालीम में है। वो जिस तरह तालीम दे रहे हैं और जिस तरह लोग इनसे जुड़ रहे हैं, इससे कनेक्ट हो रहे हैं, तो आप देखें कि क्या कह रहे हैं। फायदा उठाएं आप, छोड़ें इन रिवायती और फराडिये बेईस सख्त दिल झूठे सियासतदानों के पीछे ना पड़ो। अपने वालिदैन की, अगर आपको अपने बहन भाइयों की या अपने खानदान की आपको तरक्की करनी है, कुछ इनको देना है, तो आप तालीम की तरफ ध्यान दें। और तालीम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आने के बाद तो ऐसी आम हो गई है कि आप जो चीज़ आप अगर अनपढ़ भी हैं, पढ़े लिखे नहीं भी हैं, सिर्फ आप आवाज़ से कोई चीज़ पूछोगे तो आपको जवाब देगा, लिख के जवाब देगा, वॉइस में जवाब देगा, आपको आवाज़ में जवाब देगा। और किसी जबान में भी आप उसे पूछो, दुनिया की कोई जबान में भी आप इसे पूछो, वो आपको जवाब देगा। और किसी का मसला भी आप पूछो, किस तरह का भी मसला पूछो, वो आपको जवाब देगा। कोई चीज़ बनानी है, कोई चीज़ ढूंढनी है, किसी से आप किसी और से ना पूछो। आपको देखें, ये वकील जो पहले क्या होते थे, अच्छा वकील, उसके बाद हर सब्जेक्ट की किताब होती थी अलमारी के अंदर। अगर चाइल्ड से मुतालिक है, लेबर से मुतालिक है, एजुकेशन से मुतालिक है, खवातीन से मुतालिक है, तो हर किताब को पढ़ के आपको जवाब देता था। इसमें कोई ऐसा सवाल आप पूछ रहे हैं तो वो चारों किताबों का जो लिखा हुआ है इसके बारे में, जिसका बेनिफिट, वो चारों किताबों का इसमें बता देगा 1 सेकंड में। वो ज़्यादा टाइम ही नहीं लगा, 1 सेकंड में हल बता देगा। कहाँ वकील को 4, 5, 6, 8, जैसे मैं इनकम टैक्स में रहा, इनकम टैक्स में, तो वहाँ सेल टैक्स अलग पढ़ना पड़ता था, इनकम टैक्स अलग पढ़ना पड़ता था, तो सेंट्रल एक्साइज ड्यूटी अलग पढ़नी पड़ती थी। तो हर एक के सेक्शन, हर एक के पेनल्टी है, हर एक का तरीकेकार। अभी आप ऐसा सवाल पूछें एक जिसमें तीनों का मकसद है कि अगर जवाब आएगा तो उसे 1 मिनट में सारी किताबों से निकाल के आपको जवाब दे देना है। और जिस जबान में चाहो, उर्दू में चाहो, इंग्लिश में चाहो, अरबी में चाहो, गुजराती में चाहो, फारसी में चाहो, आपको 1 सेकंड मिलने लगेगी। और दूसरी बात है, फ्री में जवाब देगा, यानी मुफ्त में आपको घर बैठे आप दुनिया भर की चीज़ें मालूम करें। आप इस्लामियात से मुतालिक अगर आपको ज़रा सा भी दीनी तालीम से मुतालिक आपको ज़रा सा शौक़ है, फजूल की चीज़ों से आप दूर रहें, सियासतदानों, सियासी पार्टियों से दूर रहें। आप अपने माँ बाप के लिए सब कुछ करेंगे, जिन्होंने आपको बहुत ही मन्नतों से मांगा है, पाला है, बड़ा किया है। आप इनके लिए शहीद होने के लिए नहीं हो। ये करोड़ों रुपया खर्च करते हैं और अरबों रुपए कमाते हैं। ये सीट पे होते हैं तो खा रहे होते हैं, और सीट पे नहीं होते तो चिल्ला रहे होते हैं। पाकिस्तान का और इंडिया का और बांग्लादेश जो मुल्क है, इनके तरीकेकार ये है कि जो लूट रहा होता है वो चुपचाप खा रहा होता है, और जिसको लूटने का नहीं मौका मिलता तो चीख रहा होता है। ये तरीकेकार है वहाँ का। अच्छा, अल्लाह हाफिज, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am in Bombay. I'm in Bombay in a building outside which there are crowds every 24 hours. And I am doubly lucky today because my guest is a Salman Khan, Sahil Khan, but also Mr. Salman Khan. So I've got what? Not one but two Salman Khans this afternoon. And Salman,
You lucked out on one Salman Khan.
he's the real star for today.
Yeah, today he is.
He is. Say something about him.
This is the first time I met him today. I've heard so much about him and been wanting to meet him. And we share the same name. I think he does a phenomenal job when it comes to education and teaching people and stuff like that. I think you do something nice and people catch on to it, and it becomes like a virus.
Right.
And that is what he's done.
And so-
he started teaching his niece,
Cousin.
cousin, and from there, he's taught my niece. she passed you. She's
Well, I mean-
speaking to him today.
I won't trust you with teaching math to your niece.
No. I'm not good with math at all.
Salman, thank you very much.
you,
Thank
sir.
you very
Thank you,
much
sir.
for
Thank
sparing the time. And thank you very much for supporting this great initiative as well.
Salman.
Thank you so much.
Sir, आराम से sir.
आप आपके साथ शैतानी करूंगा.
जी sir, definitely sir.
So Salman, back to business. Now we got rid of the other Salman, the filmy Salman. Before I introduce you to my audiences, why don't you help me introduce yourself to our audiences? I can say you are a big star of global philanthropic education. You brought technology into education. You are simplifying math, physics, chemistry for people like me using YouTube. But you give an introduction of yourself and your work.
Well, I started Khan Academy. We're a not-for-profit organization with a mission of providing a free world-class education for anyone, anywhere. But it started with me tutoring my cousins.
Right.
And then I started tutoring another cousin, and word got around the family that free tutoring was going on.
And you were teaching them math or physics or
I
chemistry?
started
or
with
what's called as STEM in America, is it?
Yeah, I started with math, then physics, chemistry, biology, and then I used YouTube. Now we have a whole site where any student, anywhere in the world, can get practice exercises, get feedback, use software. It's all free. It's all not for profit. And our goal is to have as many students in the planet learn.
So how, take us back to the story. I know anybody can go and watch your TED videos, but we don't want people to do that before they hear it from you here. How did it start? What happened between you and your cousins that you got this sort of epiphany?
Yeah, my cousin Nadia was having trouble with math, so I started tutoring her remotely. We were in different cities, and with in America, and with a little bit of help, she was able to catch up. And so I started working with her younger brothers, and then a friend of mine suggested that I make videos for my cousins. And at first I said no. He said put it on YouTube. And I said, no, YouTube is for cats playing piano,
Right.
not for serious math. But
But it's still for cats playing piano.
it still is.
They're wonderful. I love them.
They're surprisingly good. The cats are
I
very
love them,
good.
yes.
But I put it out there, and it soon became clear that many people were benefiting. And since then we established as a not-for-profit organization. My old job, I used to work in software, and I used to be a financial analyst. But by 2009,
In fact, I saw you in a TED talk say that as an analyst with a hedge fund, the idea of doing something socially good was so alien to me.
yes, I joke. It was a good place, but yes,
Right.
out of the hedge fund world, I wasn't used to getting letters from people saying how it helped them. But through this work at Khan Academy, every day we get letters from students all over the world saying that it helped them pass algebra or helped them get into college.
So how did your cousins find your videos more useful? And why did they need the videos? They had you on call.
Yeah, this was a surprising thing. When I made the videos, they told me they liked me better on YouTube than in person. And and it's not intuitive, but it's because they could pause, they could repeat in the middle of the night. If they were in algebra and they forgot some of their arithmetic, they didn't feel embarrassed. They could watch the video. They still appreciated, I think, me taking interest in their education, but they had access to me whenever they wanted.
Right. And what happened when you put the first videos out, and what were they about?
The first videos were things that I saw my cousins were having trouble with: negative numbers, basic equations, Newton's laws, things like that. And it soon became clear that people who were not my cousins were watching these videos, and they started sending thank you letters.
Because basic science doesn't change. Teachers keep on teaching the same thing year after year after year after year. from the same notes.
Yeah, no, I say, you know, if Isaac Newton had YouTube, then we could use his lectures.
Or Einstein at YouTube.
Einstein, and you know, and we do more than just videos now. We do software and exercises. It's all at khanacademy.org, and it's all free, and always will be free.
Right. So, so the first ones that you did, did they come from your own experience? Were they things that you struggled with because you studied math? You went to MIT, so MIT lets you do many things, but math was a very strong discipline for you. Did some of it come from your own experience, or
Yeah,
just from teaching your cousins?
Well, both. You know, what I saw growing up is that in math and science, a lot of students just memorize formulas.
Right.
And if you just keep memorizing formulas, then you don't really learn the math. And I saw that even with my cousins. And so I wanted to teach them how I learned the math, which is a more intuitive way, and draw the connections. And so that was really my desire. And I thought maybe only a few students want the real intuition, but it turns out millions. You know, this past month, 20 million students used Khan Academy.
So how does this work with the existing teaching system and pedagogy? I mean, are you disrupting it? Are you complementing it?
I hope we can complement it. You know, there's students around the world who are having trouble understanding factoring a quadratic or photosynthesis. They can come to Khan Academy and get an explanation. There's a million teachers who are using Khan Academy.
Photosynthesis I can figure, but you know, all the math stuff I can't.
There's a website for you.
It's a bit late in the
Come
day.
to Khan Academy. I take requests too.
Right.
But there's teachers using Khan Academy in the classroom. We have 1 million teachers. They're using our software so the students can learn at their own time, learn at their own pace.
So do you replace the teacher?
No, I think the teacher, the human being, is always going to be the most important element in a student's life. The teacher, the parent, the siblings. What we can do is, if students can get lectures at their own time, at their own pace, from home, on a cell phone, they can get practice problems. When they go to the classroom, then the teacher can do one-on-one work with them.
So basically, kids do classwork at home and homework in the class.
That's one way of thinking about it, because when you do the problem solving in the class, then you have help, not just from the teacher, but from your peers.
Right.
And when their peer teaches you, they learn the material better.
And this idea of making your videos funny or your lectures funny, where did that come from? And what are the funniest things you've invented there?
Oh, I guess it was unintentional. I don't know. You know, maybe I have a little eccentricity that comes out every. You know, it was a blessing. Those first videos were for my cousins, so I didn't think anyone else was going to watch them. So you know, there's some times where I'm making a video and someone calls and I just answer the phone, or you know, my wife comes and I'm afraid that she sees that I'm making a video again because I was spending all of my time. But no, you know, I guess I have some quirks and it comes out every now and then.
So tell us about what some of the funny things you did on those videos.
I mean, you know, I mean, I just make random comments, you know, wherever I think people enjoy that. Wherever I have a very open filter, so whatever's going on in my brain, I say. So sometimes I guess people find it entertaining.
The math and science classes can be the most boring and the most heavy.
Which is a shame, because math describes the universe. It's the, you know, as the moment we become sentient, we look at the world around us, we want to understand why are we here, and that's what math and that's what science is. So it's almost criminal that people feel like it's dry, because it really is the most beautiful thing in the world.
But doesn't that happen in our average classroom around the world, not just in our part of the country?
I think so. You know, you take students and you get them into a classroom and you say fingers on lips, take the notes, and it takes the joy out of the mathematics.
Right.
And so what we hope to do at Khan Academy, we want to cover all of the things that are covered in the curricula, but we want to give that joy back, that intuition, so that students understand and don't just memorize.
Because students get very bored in the classroom, and I think teachers get bored in the classroom teaching the same thing again and again and again.
Yeah, and so this makes the classroom interesting, because you know, the classrooms that you and I grew up in, we would go and look at the clock and wait for the.
Right.
But now we can go to a classroom and we can work with each other. We can talk. The teacher will form a connection with us. We can have a dialogue. We can get direct tutoring from the teacher. And if we need an explanation, we can go online or go on our phone and get it.
So have teachers and the teaching community and the teaching establishment mostly seen you as complementary, or they've also seen you either as a threat or as frivolous?
I think when they understand that we are here to help everyone involved in the education process, teachers, students, parents, they've embraced us. I mean, these million teachers who use Khan Academy, they're doing it on their own choice. And I have yet to meet a teacher who doesn't want to help their students. And so when they find a tool that can help their students, they advocate for it.
Nobody has called you frivolous yet in criticism
I think there's always going to be criticism in different dimensions, but if people experience the content, and they'll find that we're trying to really give people serious intuition and really help students, and we found that it's most people can get on that. They're excited about.
So how many students are using Khan Academy videos and software now?
This past year, 150 million students around the world came to us.
15 crores.
15 crores, exactly.
Yeah.
15 crores came, and it's growing 50% every year. And the reason I'm in India is the potential in India is even greater. I mean, there's so much potential and so many students who are hungry for knowledge that we want to create content, not just in English, in Hindi, in all of in Bengali, in Tamil, Telugu, all of the languages, align it to the standards, but give it in our style, which gives students the intuition and the passion for the subject.
आप हिंदी बोलते हैं थोड़ी?
मैं समझता हूँ, मैं थोड़ा बोल सकता, लेकिन मेरा एक्सेंट बहुत खराब है.
एक्सेंट हमारे देश में इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के भी 16 एक्सेंट है. वी स्पीक 16 डायलेक्ट्स ऑफ इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज. तो एक्सेंट की कोई मसला नहीं है. बट आप अपने वीडियोस हिंदी में भी कर रहे हैं?
हाँ, it won't be me. We're going to find great teachers in India to do the videos in Hindi and other languages.
So when you expand in India now, first of all, tell us what are you doing with the Tatas? Because that's what I noticed. That's the reason I reached out to you. Your picture with Mr. Tata.
So we are building an organization in India. I mean, Khan Academy is really going to be an Indian organization, and the Tata Trust has become our foundational sponsor. So they are giving the resources for us to find the teachers to create the content in the Indian languages, to distribute it, to put it on a mobile platform. So the Tata Trusts are really the foundational backers here.
And what kind of audiences are you looking forward to growing in India?
Everyone. Anyone who wants to learn, whether they're 5 years old or 50 years old, we hope in the next few years they can, and even already there's a lot of content as of today, but they can take their phone out, they can take a computer out, and they can learn anything they want.
And they can trust what they see, because you've had trouble with a couple of your videos. I saw something on the Washington Post.
Oh, well, the beauty of the internet is, even if you make a small error, people will point it out.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
so that's the great thing, though.
I'm so grateful I was a reporter before internet, so all the mistakes I made.
No, but we take it.
Otherwise, there'll all be hashtags now.
Absolutely. We take it very seriously. In the old world, if you have a textbook and you make a mistake, you have to wait till the next textbook.
Next
in the internet, you make a mistake, in 5 seconds, you fix the mistake.
Because, in our country, we have an issue. One, we've been very successful in sending a lot more children to school. School enrollment now is remarkably high. It's really improved. But the Acer study, which is a status report on India's quality of India's school education, tells you that most class 5 kids cannot do basic division.
Yeah. I hope that we can change that. I hope we can give them access. And I think this is a problem because you're in class 5, basic division is taught in class 3,
right,
and it's very hard to address it in class 5.
So people carry on with the bad foundation.
They get the bad foundation, they have all these gaps. But now with online tools like Khan Academy, and I saw this with my cousins, they can fill in those gaps and they don't have to be ashamed. You could be 18 years old and you still might not know your multiplication tables. You don't have to be ashamed. You can go online and learn them.